Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode. Today I have a Canon 10-18mm f4.5 to 5.1 image stabilization with STM. Now, STM, essentially what that means is when you're focusing, it's not really it's not that loud. Okay, it's not loud enough to be heard by the camera microphones. So that's a good thing. Now this is going to hopefully complete my vlogging setup for my new Canon EOS R10 camera. And we're going to see what's in the box. We're going to assemble it onto the EOS R10 with the adapter. Then we're going to go out and we're going to test it out. So stay tuned. Oh, by the way, this is a used lens. I could not afford the brand new one. So this is a used or refurbished that I did get on Amazon. Now it does come with a 1-year warranty. That's nice. It does come with, whoa, this is huge. What is this? This is a very, very big piece of paper that talks about, instructions. So it's in multiple different languages. So in English, it looks like this little square here, that's the directions in English. So put that off to the side. And now the used lens is very well packaged in bubble wrap. They packaged it really well. Okay. So it has, again, autofocus, manual focus switch. It has the stabilizer on-off switch. And here you can see this ring is 10 to 18 millimeter. The focus ring is right at the end. Okay, very, very thin, very small, but still quite usable. As you see, it is a 67 millimeter diameter lens. So the filter I'm going to be getting for this is probably going to be a polarizing filter. So I can get through like glass or, glass cases, those kind of things when I'm vlogging. It is a EFS lens. As you can see here on the bottom, the connections are a little bit different than that on a Canon R series camera. Hence the reason why I need an adapter. This is plasticky. It's not, doesn't feel cheap, but it is plastic. It's like a hard plastic. So as you see, it does not have that metal end. It's plastic, just like the a kit lens would be. So let's try to put this thing together and test it out. And then just the same thing, but here it's a little white dot. You line up with this little white dot here. I know it's a little confusing, and then you twist until that connects. And you just have to make sure that this button here on the side clicks into place. All you have to do then, turn it on, and there you go. It registers the lens and you're ready to shoot. So let's go out and test this thing out and show the difference between the kit lens and the EFS 10-18mm. Now just to give you an idea, this is a 18 to 150 millimeter lens. I have it at 18 millimeter. Now, of course, with a crop sensor, that means it's more like 29 millimeter. And you can see there's not really a whole lot behind me or around me. This is as wide open as it gets. So you can't really see too much of what's around me. Things are a little bumpy, I guess you can say. It's not as smooth. So when you're closer up to somebody and they're walking, like they're vlogging, you get these little micro shakes. And of course, if you have coffee or if your hand starts getting tired, then you can kind of see little shakes. So what does a 10 to 18mm lens do? Let me show you. And now this is the 10 to 18mm lens. I'm walking the exact same path. For instance, on the last shot, you didn't even know that bush was there. So you can see a lot more behind me. My hands can be a lot more expressive. It's much better vlogging style. You don't see those little micro jerks. Also, just want to double check. Yes, I do have image stabilization on, which helps dramatically when it comes to those little micro shakes. And if my hand gets tired, I can switch hands. And you saw a little bit of a bump there, but not too bad at all. So this lens, I will tell you, is not weather sealed at all. So, I mean, it could take some drizzle, it could take some weather, but you don't want to have this thing out in a rainstorm or, you know, at the edge of a waterfall, something like that. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that this thing being a 4.5 to 5.6 aperture, it's made for outside. It's not made for inside. But there are different things you can do, especially with the EOS R series cameras. You know, you can make adjustments to the camera. You can add a light, those kind of things. No big deal. But for the price of this lens, I'm quite happy with it. So hopefully this will, again, bump up my game even more in the future with my vlogging. I just have to get used to the extra weight because I'm used to, you know, the action cameras. And with my Gun Beret, hopefully I can keep this going. And I'll get stronger after a while, I'm sure. So with that said, I hope this helped to see if, you know, have a decision for yourself if you want this lens or not. And as always, have a great day.